Hi everyone, this is Professor Nassar, and in this lecture I'm going to go over the ducts of the liver, gallbladder, and pancreas. So let's begin. Let's start by drawing a liver here. And what I would suggest you do is also try drawing this along with me. It will help you learn the anatomical terms associated with how bile and other substances are flowing from these organs into the small intestine, specifically into the duodenum. It's not hard. All you have to do is just basically follow along with me. I'm going to try and keep the cartoon here relatively simple and schematic. First, you basically just draw something circular to represent the liver. And then coming out of the liver, you're going to have two ducts. The liver, basically, bile drains from the liver through the right and left hepatic ducts. So let's draw those in. We can draw one tube here and another tube here. And they can converge. Something like that. And so we can call each of these hepatic ducts. And these are draining bile from the liver. Let's draw the rest of the liver here. Okay, and this is the other hepatic duct here. Okay, from here, the hepatic ducts merge to form what's called the common hepatic duct. Again, when we see the term common, it's called this because we have the fusion of these two hepatic ducts before it. The common hepatic duct meets up with a duct from another organ that sits underneath the liver, which is the gallbladder. Which we can draw here. The gallbladder also has a duct that drains it, a named duct that drains it, and that is called the cystic duct, and we can draw that here. So let's draw in and write in the cystic duct. Something like that. These two, the cystic duct and the common hepatic duct, will then meet and form a third duct that's called the bile duct. Or in some texts, they call it the common bile duct, because again, we have two ducts that are fusing together. Looking something like this. The common bile duct then drains bile from the gallbladder and from the liver into the duodenum via an opening that's called the major duodenal papilla. Shown here. And if you want, you can basically draw in part of the duodenum as it snakes around here. And the duodenal papilla is sort of lies in the wall of the duodenal mucosa. So this can be our duodenum. Not to be left out, there is one other duct that also drains into the major duodenal papilla, and that is a duct from this third organ, the pancreas. So there's also a pancreatic duct that we have to sort of sneak into here as well. That looks something like this. And this would be coming from or traveling through the organ of the pancreas, which would be sitting somewhere out around here. Like so. Okay, it's a funny looking pancreas, but you get the idea. And the pancreas is not draining bile, but it's draining other types of enzymatic fluids that will also be draining into the duodenum via the major duodenal papilla that empty into there. There are a few sphincters associated with these regions. There's a sphincter that basically regulates the passage of fluid, bile and enzymatic fluid, pancreatic juice basically, from these ducts into the duodenum. There is also a sphincter here at the base of the cystic duct, but at this level of the game, we don't ask you to know those for lab. We just want you to know these general terms. It's my hope that you can use a picture like this or draw your own picture like this to help you learn the different parts when you look at these on the anatomical models. I also have to thank Jim Cosgrove, because this diagram that I'm drawing is one that he has drawn for many generations of students. And I'm basically borrowing it from him. And it also helped me, of course, learn and retain this information too. So I hope you find it helpful as well. Okay, that's it for the ductwork of these organs.